Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and I just want to say Hex is better than Bitcoin. Hex is better than Bitcoin. Did I mention that Hex is better than Bitcoin?
Why is Hex better than Bitcoin? Well, first of all, it's the fundamentals of the code. The fundamentals of code are better than Bitcoin's fundamentals. The inflation model is better than Bitcoin's inflation model. The staking feature is better than a mining feature. It's new tech versus old tech. It's decentralized versus centralized. Yes, all of those things. How's that? Are we better now? We good? We live? Thank you, producer. Well, ahoy, everybody. Welcome to Chattin With The Captain. I'm your captain, RG3. Bringing it to you again. Guys, this is happening so damn fast. So fast. So fast that just had this gentleman on a week and a half ago, and boom, here he is again. Why? Because we've got updates, because we got stuff going on. I have not been more excited about something being built on Richard Hart's ecosystem than this in a long time. In fact, this is probably let's just say Hedron did a great job. Alex, you did a great job wrapping stakes, proofing the concept that the T-share is a bad mamma jamma. And you built a good project. And I'm glad things are working out well for you, and you're doing good, and you're making changes to integrate with PulseChain a little better and do all that stuff. So hats off to you, Alex. But this thing right here has got me absolutely freaking fired up. Why? Because, hold on, let me check something. Because, that was just old stuff. Okay. Because, blockchain technology, crypto, it's not just our little play thing. It's not just number go up. It's not just exchanging value or making transactions. No. Blockchain technology, Web3, all this stuff that's coming now, AI integration, augmented reality, all of these things are going to be made possible because of PulseChain. Let's just talk about that. But now, because it's here, because it exists, because people can build on it, people are. And boom, right off the bat, one of the best things that I've ever seen that has so much potential is here already. So I'm going to bring him up. Let me say hi to everybody. First of all, shout out to the Tang gang for showing up today. Appreciate you guys. You guys are rocking it, man. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for what you do in the community. Thanks for being loud. Thanks for being level-headed. Thanks for being obnoxious. Thanks for not being level-headed. Thanks for all the stuff you guys do. You're bringing attention. You're getting shit done, and I like it. Degenin and all of it, whatever you guys are doing. Appreciate you. Keep up the good work. Don't stop doing what you do, Tangs. But let's thank everybody for coming and get to our interview with, I'm going to do this, Dracatus. I wanted to say that.
How's it going?
Good, man. Good. So good to have you here. I appreciate you coming on again to update us on what's happening. I mean, I'm fired up, dude. I can't wait to talk to you a little more about this.
Thanks for having me, man.
The potential is just blowing me away. So let's get right into it. So TangTalk launched. It was extremely successful. and everybody's all fired up about it and talking about it. Tell me what your experience so far has been. How are you feeling about all this? What's going down?
Oh man, yeah, you're right. It's coming along really fast. So yeah, first of all, thanks for having me back. It's really cool it's nice to hang out with you ahead of time, have a little chat, and then work into this and talk about this stuff. So appreciate your time and effort. Yeah, it's really blowing up. It's got legs of its own, and we've got a lot of we've got some really nerdy friends. Let's just say it that way. We've got some friends that are pretty nerdy and really good at what they do, and I have the benefit of having some access to really get creative about what we're going to do here, and so we have a partnership with some people that are helping us lay the groundwork of what we're calling Tang Net. So compared to last time we spoke when it was just TangTalk, now there's the development plans for Tang Net, which is really, for lack of to keep it non-technical, it's like putting our own Tor browser within the dApp within the NFT. So it's this really well thought out way to give our community and our user base not just an NFT that does some fancy cool tricks, but an underpinning protocol that takes us into an exclusivity and isolation layer that really strengthens the community in a whole bunch of ways, but it gives us this decentralized protocol to that we can really call our own. And it's built by us, owned by us. There's no man to sniff and snoop around, and it's going to be really secure. It's going to be censorship resistant to a degree that I don't think we have in many places around the internet right now, and it'll always get better as we develop further and as the project is adopted and supported. That's just more for me to lean in, especially with support from Tang Gang. It just makes it it's going to be quite a road ahead, man.
Yeah. I can imagine.
I don't even know where to start, to be honest.
Breakneck speeds. So,
yeah,
so let's dig into the network talk a little bit. You're a dev, so you're going to say some words, and everybody's going to go, "Okay, cool, but what does that mean?" So I'm going to dig some shit out of you and make you talk about it. So when you say network and you say something like a Tor browser, is this something that is going to be a feature attached to the NFT itself, the TangTalk, or is this going to be something separate? Is this going to be a browser you can download, or is this going to be another NFT project that comes out so you'll be on the net at that point?
So it's a bit of some of that.
Okay.
So it'll be a browser within the dApp. So the way the whole system works is you own the NFT, and we use that to gate your access within the dApp. And we've been able to put that in the thumbnail of your NFT in essence, so that you can kind of access it from anywhere. But the point is that you will access via token gate. But once you're in there, you also have a protocol what's the best way to put this? It's private in a way. It's censorship resistance, decentralized. So you don't. We're not. Okay. So DNS. Let's say this. This is the best way. DNS is where you go to find out when you want to go find something on the internet. You have to go through the DNS, right? And that's typically Google or whoever else. We're building our own unstoppable DNS on data layer that is censorship resistant, in that you can't just go to data layer and take something down. It's a distributed network as well of sorts. It's a peer to like a mesh network of sorts. So because the DNS is doing that, we can have control over our own internal browser and URLs and things of that nature, like Tor, where it can be private.
Would you differentiate that or associate it with IPFS and how that works, or is it the same data layer that floats on? Or teach me real quick.
So data layer is on the Chia blockchain, and it's an alternative to, say, IPFS. So IPFS, place you go store a bunch of stuff. Data layer, go store a bunch of stuff. IPFS, Filecoin, data layer, Chia, if you want to think of it that way. But the Chia is so much more decentralized than any other chain. And I don't want to get into too much, but you know, it's the largest node count out of any on the planet right now, and that gives us a whole bunch of advantages when you're trying to build out systems in a peer-to-peer distributed way. Having large node counts help, and so on. So there's a whole bunch of technical, nerdy reasons why data layer exists on Chia to begin with, let alone why I'm using it there. But it's chain agnostic. It is unopinionated what you connect it to. So we just have the advantage of being able to work on any chain we want, and still use data layer as the underpinning decentralized system. So the nice thing is we get to work in great communities like the PulseChain within the Tang gang, and help roll these out to people who are really looking for these alternative solutions. So
And so does that
I don't-
exist? So that exists within the PulseChain ecosystem also.
data layer.
Yeah, what you're talking about, the same.
Yeah.
You're saying it exists on Chia, but it also exists on PulseChain.
It can exist anywhere. So data layer is this really cool system on Chia that just doesn't care where the data is coming from. You can stuff anything into it, whether it's from Web 2, whether it's from a different chain. It's not really opinionated that way. So we can build on Pulse and push data and use systems from Chia across chain without any worries of a lot of the
Okay, now I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
I got you. So you're creating cross-chain operability to create the network.
Yep. And then we can just go to any other network and do the same thing here and build this out to on that chain, and it all goes back again utilizing data layer, but just it just bridges all the gaps between the chains, right? So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's a big orchestration of a whole bunch of nerdy stuff. I see what you got on screen there too. So yeah, we just did some update. What you see there. So here's an example: TangTalk.datalayer.link. So the one you're viewing right now, this DApp, this exists on data layers. So it's not on a centralized server somewhere that can be taken down. This is existing across many computers. It's similar to BitTorrent, right? So think of, instead of sharing a file over BitTorrent, we're sharing a DApp over similar methods in a way. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then we pack it up really cool in a really great way and put it into your NFT and makes it really accessible. When we stack in on top of that it's device agnostic, so it doesn't care what device it's on. It'll form factor in to whatever device it's on, and then it doesn't care what chain it's working with, and it all kind of goes back to these nice decentralized systems. I think we have something here that's really going to change the way that people use blockchains and NFTs for their projects, their brands, their intentions, whatever it might be. Gaps will be bridged. Fractures will stop happening from one chain to the other within communities. I think it's going to be a really
So
yeah.
So I've got a question that's forming.
Mm-hmm.
When you activate this device and you start doing this cross-chain interoperability, and you start putting dApps on there, and you start streaming voice, audio, video, all this kind of stuff, what does this do to the networks? How does it affect the networks? Does this set on the networks? Does this tax the networks? How does it work as far as the traffic goes?
So it doesn't affect the networks, and it's not affected by the networks. So congestion and all of that stuff that we're used to, gas wars and that stuff, it's not affected by it. There are elements that are affected by it, obviously. So data layer works on a chain, so there's classic latencies and things that exist there that we have to be mindful of. But this tech and the way that we're doing this was literally spawned from solving the problems of those latencies. So the entire design of this was meant to be the latency killer of all chains, so that we have this L2 cache, if you want to look at it that way. So it's not affected in your day-to-day use. The only thing that is really affected is how fast I can continuously deliver updates to you, John Doe end user, because it's on data layer and that latency exists for me pushing all the code there. I have a latency. So with some good planning, you guys never see it. It's real time all the time.
Gotcha. So there's no gas fees
Nope.
associated with the utilization of the device itself and the apps, or
Nope.
is there?
Nope. I mean, when we deliver apps that need to save state to a chain, so if we have, say, an asset type scenario where a change to an asset changes its intrinsic value to this a holder, that is something that we want to track its state on chain. It's a valuable data set that has this significance. So we'll push that to a chain. And then in that scenario where you sign a contract, yeah, you'll probably pay some gas fees. But the data that is not required to be on chain because it doesn't have that same value. So you and I sending private DMs, you and I having a video chat, something of that nature. It's still done through a decentralized way, but avoids all gas fees and frictions that you're typically used to with blockchains. Yep.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. So no gumming up of the network, no high fees.
No.
But it is decentralized and it is creating a network
Correct.
on top of the blockchain, interoperability with different chains. This is this is getting better and better and better. And the sky's the limit as far as what you can do for dApps, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're still exploring. There's a lot for us to learn. There are different caveats that come with doing anything in peer-to-peer distributed way, but a good way to think of this is that we've got an L2 cache system that is more like proof of propagation. And so as you propagate data through it, it's encrypted, it's secure. Well, there will be. There's systems for that we're putting in right now. It's kind of party line fun zone right now, other than the tech that's underpinning it. But yeah, there's it's all decentralized systems. I mean, there's Merkle trees and all the nerdy stuff that you want to get into with how we do it, even though portions of it are off chain. And there's everything from validation of receipt of data, and anything that's posted can be private. And there's read and write and permissions and all the kind of nerdy things that you'd expect from managing and securing a peer-to-peer network. But it's done with some clever tech that's from the old days, like the old dog that I am. So it's a new way of looking at new tech, but applying some of the old stuff or the old theories from someone too that I think we spoke about it last time, that I think sometimes gets skipped over. People run past it looking for the shiny new thing. When if we slow down, we can lay some cool architecture here.
So what's what and when is the next update? If you can talk about that.
Oh, well, I pushed 2 today. Data layer is not getting them as fast as I'm pushing them, but that's just because the fella Michael on that side is currently working on setting up some infrastructure. And like, again, it's been 2 weeks, and a lot of people are hustling to get in place and set things up for me last minute on request, and they've already got their busy lives. So the one you're looking at now, for example, this is the one that's on data layer, and I can already tell that it hasn't fully finished propagating its changes, because that orange frame phone is gone now, and it form factors to your device better. But if you're looking at, say, the NFTs on the marketplace, I'm making edits, and as I'm making those updates, those are going to those thumbnails live. So I can very quickly deploy features and updates. I think I squashed 2 bugs this morning and pushed those updates. Users had those within minutes. Yeah, it's man, it's going to be evolving so fast. I've got the video stuff, the audio walkie-talkies, the screen share. It's so wild to see my video come up in an NFT thumbnail when I'm sitting in my wallet on a marketplace and doing a video feed. It's really, so there's a lot of cool stuff coming. The best thing I can say is just keep an eye, because I've kind of been given the open runway to, I got your screen there. I've kind of been given an open runway in R&D. Like, the community and the team leading the community have a lot of faith in what I'm doing, and they see my vision. So I'm going to be building really fast. A lot of features coming, man.
Right on. Well, let's talk about the most glaring thing right now. So you launch this thing. Everybody's fired up and excited. And now everybody that understands what it really is really excited about it. And there was a limited number of them. This thing is like a cell phone. Everybody in the blockchain is going to want one. Now we've got them going up on for auction at astronomical prices.
I know, it's crazy.
What is going to happen so that we can put one of these in everybody's hands? Is there anything in the horizon? What's going to solve this problem?
So I had.
Because I'm sorry, it's a problem, bro. You build something that everybody's going to want, and it's kind of out of reach for some people.
Absolutely. So I had this talk with the team this morning, and as a dev, you can imagine, like, I just want it in everybody's hands. And oftentimes devs, we just give things free away all the time. You know, it's like, yeah, just take it, right? We just like tinkering, building cool things. You know, the plus
There's
side.
There's got to be some happy ground somewhere. We want you to make money and develop more and build
exactly
this thing to the hilt. But we do want to make it affordable for everybody. And
100%.
Hey, you know the marketplace in crypto. If they can get $1 million for something, they're going to get $1 million for something.
So the good news is, we're going to do another 100 this week, and then we're going to do another 200 next week, and then 3 following that. And then when we go to the Pitch Fest in Vegas, the tour, the PulseChain tour, we're going to drop the last 500 of after that event, after I demo it live and show everybody some updates, and really, you know, and I'm hoping to have some really cool things that I may not have, you know, shown yet. And so we're going to do the big 500 drop after that. So every week coming up till Vegas, you're going to see trickling out. And then the biggest release will come after I do my presentation and stuff, and we'll open it up.
All right, everybody, you heard that. They're coming to the Pitch Fest. So you better be on your game if you guys are going to try and come over here and shine on this. So get your A game ready, guys, because TangTalk's coming to Vegas. That's cool, man. We're going to be excited to have you there.
Yeah, thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Any reason
what
to go to Vegas, right?
Going on there, SJ? She's just chatting with everybody there.
I'm trying to break it. I'm trying to figure out what the character limit is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm copying Sci-Vibe quotes.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
I'm trying to see how long I can create a text. Like, it's just going forever.
Look at that.
It's Sci-Vibe in here.
There's a lot of room, and so there's a lot you can do. There are limits. When you hit the limit, you know, you can just clear the room in the menu there for now. But as we make data more consistent, more private, more direct, and less party line style, the limits actually grow, because instead of propagating everything across everybody, we're more accurate with it. So it's only propagated across certain things in certain ways. So yeah, there's a whole. I'm not going to get into it. It's actually too nerdy, but yeah, it will store a lot. We will be able to do a very large amount of things. And in some ways, this also, so think about modern applications. Sometimes there's a whole lot of heavy lifting that happens in certain areas, and it only needs a little bit of data trickled into it to facilitate something happening. So in the way of like video streaming as an example, and embedding this, WebRTC has existed for a long time, and we're not necessarily onloading a bunch of data that's going to congest the system, right? Clever use of multiple tech with the right consensus and the right design patterns give us an ability to go like, so this whole app you're using, this DApp, is smaller than one image of some NFT collections out there. This is like 3.2 megs or something, 3.7 megs in total right now. And SG, those icons that you're clicking that are there that aren't doing anything, like the one on the bottom right, those are there just as teasers. Same with like the play pause. They're features that are coming. And I was in doing design, and I of course do the coding and the UI and the dev and the logic and all the kind of stuff. And yeah, so for example, there will be audio. I just kind of threw it in there as a teaser. It's a placeholder. One in the bottom right will be a full screen expand, things like that. So, yeah, sorry, I just kind of got off track there watching your screen there. But yeah, the data wise, there's going to be lots of room to do good stuff.
Very nice. And if you didn't know, what SJ just said is she literally just launched all of Richard's Sci-Vive quotes in there, and it just took them on like a real man.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
the whole book, but that was just like all the through the 369 quotes that I did. So
yeah, and if you put
What's
I had a
that?
cough there. Sorry, I had to mute there. I had a cough. If you put two of these side by side, like and you test the latency, go ahead and get me a read back if you want sometime, because it's quick, it's fast. The syncing is extremely fast, and
Oh,
it's
sending.
decentralized.
yeah,
It's
I mean,
it's got this
text I'm
consensus, but
putting it's such a trip.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So what the next iteration here and the next rollouts over the next few weeks all the way to Vegas, what can people expect to see as far as new applications or new things coming out? Do you want to tease a little bit, or?
Oh, no, I'm not going to tease too much. So I will say this. I mean, there's some. So I'm definitely looking at things like audio and video and different ways to communicate. I mean, that's the whole point of this tool. So let your imagination run wild there a little bit. Yes, there is plans to go to like a native iOS app so that you can then also have this cross device chain experience that, is there. But part of when I took this, and again, obviously we've talked twice now in the past 2 weeks. This is all happening really fast. Part of when I took this on was the understanding that a developer like me, a creative developer like me, is best left alone in some ways. It's best to let me explore. Defining expectations sometimes is not great. I mean, it is in many ways, but in this case, I've been just kind of given carte blanche to build, and I think that's really great where this tech is kind of bordering some edges of things, and it's really the use cases, the implications aren't widely understood yet as we build through this. So I think, given my experience in my career and what I've done, R&D is really what I do very well, and that's kind of how we're taking it. So yes, I will be releasing features with the mints. I'll be working to kind of always be doing updates, but I just don't want people to correlate that to a mint, as in you have to mint to get the updates. The idea of and the way that this is built is that I should always be able to continuously deliver new features and value without
Push.
having to do URI updates and swaps or burn this token or that. It's gonna be an experience that you're similar to on your iPhone, which is kind of, obviously what we're doing with the branding. Obviously, I have this because I want it to feel as normal as possible. I don't,
This
I don't know how else better to say it. So, yeah.
this is amazing. I mean, I was there's a book out there that I was rereading, and it goes into, it's called Outliers, and it speaks about technologies and people, times, and places that things occur, and it was a bunch of crazy coincidences that Bill Gates ended up where he did, or Bill Joy, or any of these other guys that created these technologies. Like, people don't understand the story of how these people just happened to be in the places that they were in, getting access to the computer systems that they were getting access to, and their level of involvement and the amount of hours that they had put into the industry already to create all these things. And it seems to me that you are in the middle of that situation right now. Like, you are an outlier. You're a guy that has spent years and years in an industry that required you to operate and function at the highest level. So you're an expert in your field. You've put 10,000 hours in. I know that. And so that puts you at the expert level. And now technologies have been handed to you that make your all of your existence, your experience, viable, capable, and ready to just run and expand with this thing. I think that we're in a situation like that. This is really, really freaking cool, man.
I do feel like so my really close friends online, yeah, I've voiced this to them, is that I do feel that there has been a synchronicity or a culmination of events in my life that have led to here, and most recently, was off work for a while with some family and health things, and that gave me time to kind of center my thoughts and explore my creative side as well, right? So there was a period of time that just was almost like just the spark enough to go, yeah, you should try this. And ever since that, there has been there's been some real cool synchronicity. And so starting in creative works first, like I don't know. I assume you're into music. Seem like a guy that's into music, but I did some really cool stuff in music and visuals. At the beginning of my career as an actual artist, knowing nothing about code, and now here I am, a heavy dev, finding his way back in creative again. And like you're saying, this all in the tech that's being handed to me, the opportunity with the community, the budget to have to work with, the experience to know how to work with a budget, the experience and the pedigree to back up so that people are willing to give me a budget so that I can, but like there's so many little intricate nuances that had I not been through my entrepreneurial endeavors, my highs and lows of career and love, life, the whole thing, it's really all of it has put me in this little spot where I have a thick enough skin now to go through the weeds. I've got the intelligence and the foresight to know that sometimes it's okay to take the path less traveled, and it's okay to be on your own out there if you've got the thick skin to kind of hang in there. And this industry is tough and the tech is complicated. And yeah, I do feel blessed that my roads have led me to here at this time, because I really think that there's something to it, and that extends beyond me. Like as you know, in the industry, in the crypto industry right now, you can feel that vibe coming back. This bear market's been hard on people, and a lot of people aren't here anymore because of the bear market being so hard. And they've either left or they were pushed out, or they just, hey, ideas fail. It doesn't mean people were a rug or what. It's just, there's a lot of people didn't make it in the whole. We're all going to make it. And
great shakeout, great cleansing.
yeah. I mean, hey, it's necessary. But to be here now with all of that happening and all the tech, yeah, I do feel really blessed right now to have an opportunity to do something cool here.
Yeah, I'm excited about it because I can see what's happening here, and we've seen it in the past, in technology. Like I said, I just mentioned those guys' name. Those guys were giants in the industry. They created things because of what they were exposed to. Like, I mean, I didn't know how programming worked, but they used to have punch cards. Like they used to punch holes in cards, and they'd hand that to this person that had the mainframe, and they'd have to enter their data in there. And if anything was wrong, they'd have to go back and repunch the cards, and it was just a mess. And then all of a sudden they came up with this computer that you can actually log time in without having to do the punch cards. It eliminated a person, and then things became more efficient. And that just happened to be the time that young Bill Gates was there and using their computer for free. And he was able to just take all of this time and create himself 10,000 hours.
Old Altair days.
Exactly. And so like, it just seems like when preparation meets opportunity, that's when beautiful things happen. And it looks to me like your preparation and the opportunity that's being laid out in front of you are like meeting at a perfect time here. And it's just, it's really cool to see and watch. I cannot wait to follow this all the way through, be part of it, and watch you build, man. It's really exciting stuff.
Man, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm working my butt off for everyone and for the industry and for the kind of progressing and advancing the way that we do NFTs specifically in this case, but many other things. So it's really nice to have support. I mean, this is only my second time ever being on a podcast or on a YouTube.
And here, two times
and
here.
Yeah, 2 times here. And it's really a great experience. I enjoy it. I'm having a lot of fun telling people about what I'm trying to do, what me and the team are building, what's happening over at Tang Gang with Michael Taylor at Data Layer, and all the big stuff that's still, you know, the infrastructure is going in. It's so amazing. I think 2 weeks, man, 2 weeks from where we were from an idea to here. And
That's
so
insane.
far,
That's
well,
insane. From conception to here, 2 weeks later, here it is. You know, that's the breakneck speeds that some of these things can take on. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It took 25 years to be ready, like you said, to be able to move at that speed from when the time came, right?
25 years to become an overnight success.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah. I guess so. Let's hope.
Yeah, 56 years of grinding to become an overnight success. Yes, SJ.
All right, you guys ready? I'm gonna try so hard to break this thing.
Okay.
We're gonna put the entirety of Scivive, which is almost 500 pages. 400.
Oh my God! Are you just
479 pages.
Live on stream, SJ is literally in front of. Oh, there she is. In front of Drac. She is going to try and break his TangTalk right now.
Let's go. Paste. Did I paste it? Did it work? Oh my God. Oh
yeah, I don't know what to tell you. You might be there for a while, SJ.
It's a Jolly Holmes. See you. Get out of here. I got this. Look at that.
Yeah,
hold my beer. TangTalk says, hold my beer. I got this.
Look at that. Did you do the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean that's just text, SJ. Wait till those tiles on that front page start to light up and become enabled rather than disabled. And I think when you guys start to see how far this rabbit hole goes and the way that this plays out,
my imagination is just spinning around in circles. I mean, I can just imagine what you can do with this. It's gonna be epic. It is gonna.
SJ's gonna have the dictionary in there by the end of the night.
And then who knows? You can integrate AI with this stuff, and all kinds of things could be going on.
Okay, thanks.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's WebGL capable too, so I'm excited to do some more exploration there for my Dracatus project. So I'm gonna keep you guys in the loop for sure, so that maybe we make this a regular thing. I keep you in the loop.
I'd love to do that because I am fascinated by what's going on here. This is really, really exciting. I mean, this is cutting edge. This is happening so quick. It's like people aren't even going to know what hit them. By the time you've got this thing figured out and you've got a really badass working model of it, it's going to be like, what? What is this? It's going to be insane. Wow, dude. Yeah. Congratulations, man. What a hell of a job you did.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I'm doing my best.
Right on. Well, hey, anything else you want to say to the Tang Gang or anything? I don't want to keep you too much longer here.
No, man. I mean, that's kind of the updates. I just wanted to explain that the Tang Net is going to be an underpinning protocol that's underneath TangTalk. So it's more than just a cutesy little phone with some tricks in it. There's going to be a Tor style network that is, in a sense, private to the Tang Gang, and you're going to have a TangTalk to be able to access this elite community, I will say, that is the Tang Gang and TangTalk Wireless. That protocols comes with some really heavy data layer infrastructure. So just always, big shout out to Michael Taylor at Data Layer Link. And yeah, just keep a close eye. The supply is going to be rolling out this week, next week, and leading up to Vegas. So yeah, I guess that's the big stuff, man.
Are you going to be updating on Twitter, or do you update in Telegram? Do you have a Telegram room or a Twitter people can follow?
I just started using Telegram just for kind of some of the people on the team, but Twitter. I'm always
Okay.
hanging out on Twitter. I try to be as accessible as I can through Twitter. Discord only if I know you. Yeah, I've kind of hung out and we had a bit of a rapport with you. I don't mess around with Discord too much. Twitter's definitely the best place to get a hold of me. Yeah.
Gotcha. And do you SJ, you got his Twitter handle down there in the comments? Yeah.
Yeah, Dracat is Dev.
Yep.
So DRACATTUS, Dev.
Yep. So right down there, folks, you can get a hold of him and watch what's going on and watch this thing. Like I'm telling you guys, this is going to be big. This is going to be big. I'm fired up. I am fired up. Right on, my man. Well, we'll hopefully catch you in the next update here, and definitely we'll be seeing you in Vegas, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I look forward to it, man. It'd be nice to shake your hand and talk some crypto stuff for sure. So I appreciate you having me on, man. Thanks for the time.
All right.
Thank you, SJ.
Thanks for coming, bro. We'll see you, man.
All right, take care.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. It was a short one tonight, but he wanted to give an update, and we wanted to get you involved. Thanks for coming. We'll see you on the next update. And guess, should I be promoting something, SJ?
You sure should. It's
Okay.
all in your notes and not showroom notes.
Yeah. So
Don't we?
Vegas has one more day, right? What? I said Vegas has one more day, right?
Yeah. So we're doing brunch now on Saturday.
Okay, so I just want to let everybody know everything is filling.
What? The books? The booking the rooms?
Yes.
No, that's done. That's done. The discounted rate is now. You missed it, and y'all. Things are about to sell out because we're getting more of the content creators showing up. Axis is bringing the fire. There's a lot more going on now. So we
Looks
already
like the horsemen are going to be there. It's really TangTalk's going to be at the Pitch Fest. Holy moly! Everybody just got shaky and scared over there. That's in the Pitch Fest because you got to beat the heck out of somebody. I mean, you got to go up against Michael Jordan here, guys. I'm telling you. So anyway, get your tickets now because the VIPs are about to sell out. And once the VIPs are sold out, we got no more room, guys. The VIP tickets, once they're sold out, and there's only a handful left now, we've basically sold Vegas out. So any of the things that you want to get involved in Vegas, make sure you get your tickets, get up there because they're going and we're not expanding. We're not going to be taking people in and saying, because once they're planned and set in stone and paid for, then, that's what we get. So remember Top Golf meetup is on the 1st. That would be on the 6th of March. And on the 7th of March, day 2 is a full day with the VIP content creators, activities, meals, all that's included. And then Friday on the 8th is the seminar. That's where the Pitch Fest is going to be. Dracatus and all the rest of the folks are going to be there pitching their wares. And who knows, there's some projects coming in too. I didn't want to scare all you guys, but there are some other projects coming in that have a chance. The VIP dinner will be that evening. And then on the 4th is Recovery Day brunch. And more of that's going to be determined. Let's see. We have no days left for the rates. So you are in it with your own hotel room, guys. But all the events are still open. And maybe Friday. Yeah, I'm going to have a special guest on. I'll just throw a teaser out there. But
snap.
Yeah, I haven't said who it's going to be yet, but we may have a big stream on Friday afternoon before effing. So I'll let you guys all know how that goes. But anyway, thanks for coming. We'll see you guys. Get your tickets. Talk to you soon. Later. Why is Hex better than Bitcoin? Well, first of all, it's the fundamentals of the code. Fundamentals of the code are better than Bitcoin's fundamentals. The inflation model is better than Bitcoin's inflation model. The staking feature is better than a mining feature. It's new tech versus old tech. It's decentralized versus centralized. Yes, all of those things